Hey everyone, so I have some RTA matches for you here today. I'll tell you right now, full disclaimer, I don't think this is going to be as fun to watch as the other RTA videos. The reason being is I'm going up against, I think, the biggest whale in the game, I would guess. But you'll see in the matches here, it's like not even close. I'm trying my best, but this is kind of just I guess a learning and humbling experience, I would think, for, players like me and stuff like that, where I don't have a whole lot of, light and dark legendaries, fully ascended. I've got specific heroes booked, but as you'll see here, it doesn't matter how well I draft or how well I play. This is something where I'm not going to have enough firepower. So with that being said, let's just jump into it. So this person here, I don't know what nationality or anything he is, but the in-game name is Tuan Pham, so I'm guessing from Thailand, maybe? That would just be a guess. But anyway, here, I know he has Ralph, so I first pick him. And here he goes, A7 Afroween, and then A1 Dark Hassle. I pick my one strong light and dark hero. I do have another one coming up, which is Garnet, but she's not ready yet. And then Ashlyn, which is kind of my only hope. But then he goes into Flarence, which is actually a pretty good pick against Ralph. And then he has A2 Divine Yolanda, which has a similar trait to Afroween, where if she dies, she just recovers full health again. And then I picked Nero with full intention of just banning Dark Hassle because he's just that strong. And then I pick Levi for the hopes of some RNG. And then his last pick is not SSA, it's Holy Armor Virgil. So I ban Dark Hassle, and he ends up banning Ralph. So now we're kind of just at the point where I have to try and kill Divine Yolanda pretty quick, as well as Afroween. So, Divine Yolanda, just being so strong, she one-shots anybody. Since he banned the Ralph, it doesn't matter what their defense is, what their HP is. Divine Yolanda just comes in and one-shots whoever, and that's Nero. Here I stun the Afroween, and then, like I said, just hoping that Levi gets some decent RNG for me to take out the Divine Yolanda, because if she ever loops back around to her ult, it doesn't matter what, how many stacks Zoltan has on him or anything like that. She can just one-shot him. So I try and target down the Divine Yolanda. Levi sadly does not proc. And then he heals back up. But here I'm focusing down the Divine Yolanda. But as you see here, she heals herself back up. But here I'm deciding who to attack. I probably, in hindsight, there should have attacked the Divine Yolanda. It was probably a bad play on my part. There I went after Flarence because I didn't want her to kill the Ashlyn, hoping for a Levi proc, which didn't happen. But then, I was still in a bad spot because of the Divine Yolanda being able to just take out the Ashlyn. So, goes after Ashlyn. Levi doesn't dodge. And then he starts focusing down on the Zoltan. And then the splash damage from Clarence kills Levi, so I'm just left with Zoltan. But like I said, you know, the fact that Divine Yolanda has her ult back up, it doesn't matter how many stacks Zoltan has, she just one-shots him. So here's the first game, and on to the next. Alright, like I said, all 5 of these matches are going to be against the same person. So I end up banning the Divine Yolanda, and then he bans Zoltan. So at this point, with him banning the Zoltan, you know, I really don't have a win condition. So here he goes, Afroween, A2 SSA, A1 Vengeful Hassle. You know, my biggest gripe about you know, playing games like this is like the picks. I'm trying not to sound salty here, but the picks are just like universal picks. It kind of takes the fun out of out of drafting. You know, it's just like, oh, I'll just bring in this extremely broken character that has maybe 1 or 2 counters, and let's just see if they can solve it. And it's the same thing all the time. So, like, it's not fun, which is the biggest bummer. But anyway, I guess sometimes, I guess in every game, you have players like this, you know, where it's just they've either gotten lucky enough or spent enough money, and with that, you know, it allows you to bring in heroes like this. So it is what it is. So he goes Holy Armor Virgil. I bring in the Alicia to try and, you know, do something against the Afroween. Or the Vengeful Hassle, if I let that live. You know, Alicia is also okay against Holy Armor Virgil. So here I try and bring in, you know, Light Nick to do something. I ban the Afroween because she's pretty good against Light Nick. Just in general, he crits all the time, so she's always going to be bonus attacking. And, like, I'm just... At this point, I just don't know what to do. And then, you know, Vengeful Hassle here, he does all of his bonus attacks, which could end up stunning, you know, people. So the Rosalie here focuses down the Ashlyn, and then the joint attack from Vengeful Hassle ends up killing her. And then I'm basically just left with my Alicia to try and kill 4 heroes. But I have to kill the Vengeful Hassle first because, you know, he can revive everybody. But then he ends up getting the stun with his ult, and then the SSA goes, chips down some damage there. And then Vengeful Hassle comes in with the bonus attack, and then that's it. So, on to the next one. Alright. So, I just keep sticking with the Divine Yolanda plan. And then he bans Zoltan. I just keep first picking Ralph because I know he has Ralph. And if he first picks Ralph, because I don't have Afroween, like, he just... Yeah. Ralph is my only saving grace, but he keeps banning him, which is the right play. I mean, I really don't have a whole lot of tricks up my sleeve. You know, like people like Kasim or something like that, I can't bring in because it just won't do enough damage. So, you know, the traditional Afroween, Vengeful Hassle, Holy Armor Virgil, SSA pick. And then his last pick ends up being, I think, Light Nick. Yep. Okay, so like Nick. I just end up banning the Vengeful Hassle, again hoping for Levi RNG. So he ends up banning the Bocce, which I don't know if my Bocce can one-shot his SSA, I don't know. But anyway, here I'm just going for extra turns on Ashland to try and get up the magic sparks to eventually one-shot everybody. And just chipping down at the Afroween. And here I probably make a mistake. I know when it gets to be Ralph's turn, I end up AoE taunting people, which I think ends up costing me. So Levi here, I actually try and click on the SSA, but it goes to the Afroween. But it ended up attacking the SSA anyway. I don't know if that would have helped me because his ×5 thing triggered. So it might have helped, but you know, the passive proc actually kills Ralph, and then he's able to ult, and then he hits the Ashland, and then Levi doesn't dodge, and then gets stunned, and then Light Nick ends up hitting Levi, and then that one's over. So next one. Okay, so you know the usual Divine Yolanda ban. He bans Zoltan, and then at this point he starts picking Ralph. So if you thought the first 3 games were massacres, then hold on to your horses. I'm sure you guys are noticing my my extremely enthusiastic gameplay commentary here. You watching this video is about like how much fun you're having watching this video is about how much fun I had recording it. But the whole point of this video is I know people get upset with RTA sometimes, and if you play people like this, I get it. Like, this is not fun, right? But this is like one of the few people in the entire game that is just levels beyond, right? Like, he spent so much money. He spent so much money, even if it was like if he has some kind of discounts or whatever, you know, through apps. I know that's kind of a thing, but just, you know, that's what it gets you. It gets you all of these extremely powerful heroes, and that's fine. Like, I sincerely hope that this person's having fun. I would think that this is fun. But I hope he also comes across people that, you know, are a challenge to him, because if it's not, then I mean, man, I just don't know. I would think maybe some people that can counterpick his heroes, like if they have Afroween and SSA and, you know, Vengeful Hassle, maybe it's something where it's like, oh, this is kind of interesting. Obviously, with my account, you know, I try and live and die off of red, green, and blue heroes, and that just ain't gonna cut it here, because I can't counterpick or anything at all, you know, against his LDs. But, you know, hopefully he comes across some people that give him a challenge so he can enjoy the game as well. I haven't really been commenting on the gameplay here, just because, like, there's no counter picks. Like, you see there, you have an SSA that's one-shotting an Ashland. So, like, what are you supposed to do? You know what I mean? All right. Last one, and then then this pain is over for everyone. Alrighty, last match. So, here we go. Same Divine Yolanda ban. He bans Zoltan. First picks Ralph. And then I'm like, okay, how do I switch this up? And I'm just like, man, I've tried everything. Ashlyn is good, but she just gets one shot by his heroes. Should I try Kasim? Should I try Garnett? I pick the Crazed Urzag, who's in stun set. He's there to remove the Ralph shield. So I'm like, okay, I won't ban Ralph. Maybe I'll ban Vengeful Hassle. And then I'll just try and deal with, you know, the Afroween, the A6 Afroween, the A1 HAV, and the A2 SSA. And maybe Levi can get some procs. So I end up banning the Holy Armor Virgil, but he bans, I mean the SSA, but he bans the Ashlyn. I did that because I didn't want SSA to be proccing off of the stuns from Crazed Urzag. Here I was going to do a extra turn, but then I forgot that I banned SSA, so then I just gave everyone speed. So here I try and get the Ralph as low as possible, so I can hopefully remove his shield with Crazed Urzag. So I'm just trying to finish off Ralph here, put him in his barrel state. And then Crazed Urzag gets to go and does not remove the shield. So that was awesome. His sole purpose, and he failed. So then Holy Armor Virgil's going to go. And Levi does not dodge. So at this point, I've lost. So yeah, he uses the ult, stuns my Halia. Crazed Urzag does get the stun on the Vengeful Hassle, but now it's just down to Crazed Urzag and Vengeful Hassle, Holy Armor Virgil, and Afroween. So, yep, this is over. He ends up counterattacking, and then it's just all good. So, you know, again, guys, I'm posting this. I know this wasn't, you know, very fun to watch, but it's just a lesson. You know, like even in the higher ends of RTA, where I've been competitive against most people, you know, even I come across the people that, you know, I know everyone gets frustrated with. The game mode is still extremely fun. I want you to keep playing it because there's a lot of matches where you come across people that are on your level, you know, and it's pretty enjoyable. So don't get discouraged by, you know, fighting players like this one. You know, I try not to, even though it was not fun for me. I mean, I'm not going to lie there. But anyway, I won't be posting, you know, any more videos like this. If I ever play this person 5 times again, I'm not going to, you know, upload the video. But this is just, I guess, one of those videos that I wanted to show you guys to show that, you know, everyone goes through what you guys go through and facing these huge whales. And yeah, it's not fair. But, you know, in games like this, for the people that spend all that money and, you know, just grind 24/7, you're not going to beat them. And that's okay. You know, it's okay to not be able to beat everyone. So that's all I got for you. I hope you enjoyed. You know, the few of you out there that maybe like seeing me get my butt kicked, I'm sure you're watching this video the whole way through. All right, I'll see you guys later.